You're showing us the way.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy rainy Saturday. I am Kimberly Holmes Ross with Evanston Cradle to Career, where we work with over 40 partner agencies and organizations to make Evanston the most equitable place it can be. Good morning and welcome to Community Coffee. We have been here for the last several weeks with Advocates for Action's community building grantees. These are folks who have written proposals to do work to impact their communities. So far, we've had about 25 recipients. And this morning, we have recipient Mrs. Kandi Corbbins here with us. Kandi, I have known Kandi since she's about 10 years old. She was a kid braiding my kid's hair. She has taken something she's loved and turned it into a thriving business, and now is turning it into important community work. I'm going to let Kandi tell you all about it. Welcome, Kandi. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So as mentioned, I am Kandi Corbbins. I am owner at iKandi Hair Studio and iKandi Academy. And I have a little video prepared for us to kind of get us started. So I'm going to share my screen and get it going, if that's okay with everyone.
That is perfect. Can you guys take a moment and share this video so we can get this going on Facebook?
My name is Kandi Corbbins, and I am owner here at iKandi Hair Studio, as well as iKandi Academy. I am a licensed cosmetologist, as well as a licensed educator.
Kandi, for whatever reason, it doesn't show. The video doesn't show on the screen. It's not showing. It's not showing. It only shows you.
Okay, start it again.
Okay, we got a few technical difficulties. We're working it out, guys.
Very quickly.
We can hear it, Kandi, but we can't see it.
Okay, can you see any of my screen right now?
Just you.
Okay, all right.
So when you share in your screen,
Do what now?
well, you got your share screen button up. There you go.
There you go. All right, thank you.
Okay, again, we're here with Kandi Corbbins from iKandi Hair Studio and iKandi Academy.
I'm definitely a hairstylist and not a tech person, so.
And that's okay. That's okay. Mr. Man is here to help guide us through. We're going to be fine. So we are waiting for this wonderful presentation. Kandi is a hometown entrepreneur, and we are excited to have her here this morning. So we got our screen up and shared. And
Can you see it?
We got it.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go, guys.
My name is Kandi Corbbins, and I am owner here at iKandi Hair Studio, as well as iKandi Academy. I am a licensed cosmetologist, as well as a licensed educator. How did I get started? How did I get started? How did I get started? started in the hair industry. So I'm actually third generation hairstylist. My grandfather was the owner of a barbershop for over 50 years in the same location. And my mom is the owner of a barbershop now. And I was like the neighborhood braider. It was just the thing that I did. I worked at a summer camp when I was a teenager, and I used to take the little girls home on Friday nights, and that would be my extra side money. I'd make an assembly line, and my sister would do the beads. So I'd lay the kids across the kitchen sink and shampoo them, braid their hair, and I'd pay my sister $5 to put the beads on for me. And I just loved it. It just became a part of me. And even when I went off to college, I continued to do hair. And I made sure that my schedule was empty on Fridays so that I could do hair. I opened up a hair salon in a lounge on Fridays. Did I want to be a hairstylist? No, it was just always something I did for fun or on the side, you know, with my friends and just trying to imitate the newest trends. And I always thought that I was going to be in business. As a matter of fact, I went to the University of Maryland and my major was international business. You know, I never dreamed that once I left the University of Maryland and I started working in corporate America, I realized it just wasn't for me. You know, I worked a couple of years and I enjoyed the traveling aspect of it, but other than that, I wasn't happy. And so I got a job at a salon, and I used to work at the salon on evenings and weekends. What does everyone want to know about iKandi Hair Studio? So here at iKandi Hair Studio, we specialize in natural hair, but we do everything. And we are small but mighty, and we service the Evanston and North Shore area of Chicagoland. We're mostly a family salon. We don't work on males as much, but if they have long hair or braids or locks, we definitely service them. A heavy portion of our clientele are children, and we also have a lot of children who are from blended and transracial adopted families. And that is how I sort of got into education, because we found ourselves having to help out a lot of parents who didn't have the same kind of hair as their children. And so that's how iKandi Academy was born. Your hair is your crown and glory. Your hair is your protection. And a lot of times the feel on the inside can reflect the way you feel on the outside. So if your hair looks good, then you feel good, then you can go out and put good vibes into the world. We believe that when we style hair or teach this, we believe that it can give people strength. And so that's why we do our best to make sure that we can teach people what they need to do, as well as give them the best service possible. I hope to one day be not behind the chair as much. I hope to be teaching up and coming stylists. I hope to be teaching regular families how to take care of their children's hair. I love doing hair, and educating people makes me a better hairstylist. So the more knowledge I can give you, the better I am as a stylist. So I hope to one day be able to open a brick and mortar school where we can help people become licensed in cosmetology, in braiding and natural hair, as well as where people, lay people as we call them, who are not in the hair industry, can come in and just learn how to do maybe a style for an event, or maybe they just want to learn how to put their hair in a ponytail and make it nice and sleek. So we hope to be able to offer classes in a wide range and variety. What is one thing I wish people knew about me? I'm fabulous. I don't know what else there is to know. No, I'm just kidding. I wish people knew how much I love hair. Hair is a part of me. I honestly don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing hair. So I hope that people know how much I really love servicing them, teaching them, and sharing what I know about my love of hair. And about iKandi, I want people to know that we can service anyone. Sometimes people will walk by and they'll say, do you all do African American hair? And we're like, absolutely. Or sometimes people will come in and say, can you do straight hair? Absolutely, hair is hair. So I hope that people know that we can service anyone. We do haircuts, coloring, braiding, you name it, we do it.
Fabulous, fabulous.
So thank you. So part of the video was talking about how I sort of got into teaching. I started doing it naturally because of my love of just doing hair and just love of having people being able to take care of their hair so when they come back to see you, that the hair is doing okay. And I was asked to teach a class years and years ago at the Cradle for prospective adoptive parents. And that's when I learned that there was really a need for education in hair, not just for professional reasons, but for non-professional reasons. And during the pandemic, I really soared in this because there were so many people who weren't able to leave their homes, but they weren't able to do their children's hair, and the children weren't able to do their own hair. So we began to offer some classes virtually via Facebook. We had a few different classes, and also this summer I'm working at Family Focus on a class for some children. So I thought it would be cool to have some of the kids here today to show you sort of what it is that we do in these classes, because we think they're really important, and for several reasons we think they're important. So I'm going to share my screen one more time. You know what? We're not even going to do that. We're just going to go straight to talking to Devin. So I have here two young ladies I'd like to meet. The one, her name is Devin Corbbins, and I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see her. You'll still hear my voice talking, but you'll be able to see her. And she's actually doing some mannequin work. So we're going to show you one of the things that I teach during the classes, and I'm just going to talk to her a little bit about what she's learned. So, Devin.
Good morning, Devin. Thank you for joining us.
So the first thing, you've already told us who you are. Devin, tell us what grade you're in and where you go to school and how old you are.
I'm 13. I'm in 7th grade. No, I'm going to 8th grade, and I go to Haven.
That's awesome, Devin. And I'd just like for you to talk to me a little bit what it's like having natural hair in Evanston and going to school.
I'd say it's fine. Since I have friends that have natural hair as well, I don't feel lonely. And
well, that's good.
And we get to talk about our experiences with natural hair, and we get to help each other with our natural hair as well. So I would say it's okay.
That's cool. So you've taken my class before in the past, and can you just tell me a few things that you learned while in one of my classes?
I've learned how to braid, how to part, what each tool is used for. I've learned how to make buns and twists.
That is so cool. I'm really proud of you also. And Devin actually was a part of our Paint Your Puffs event, which Advocates for Action sponsored for us, where we had girls come in and we had a hair identity class. We sort of talked about what it's like to have natural hair, what it's like to sometimes be in the minority, at your school, having hair that's different from most of your classmates. And we did an art project surrounded by it. So we painted onto canvas bags a portrait of ourselves in our natural hair in all its glory. So Devin was a part of that course as well. What she's going to show us right now is one of the techniques that I teach in the class, and it is box braids. So you can put your mask back on if you want. And I'm going to get in closer so you guys can see her mannequin. And so what Devin is going to do here is she's going to practice her parting, and then she's actually going to make a braid for us. So Devin, take it away. And I'm just sort of going to illustrate what she's doing. So she's using the end of a tail comb right now to make sure that her part is straight. So the really cool hairstyles that are out right now that everyone wants to wear are called box braids. And one of the things that makes the box braids beautiful is their box partings. And so it's really important to be able to make a clean parting and make the braids nice and straight. So what Devin's going to do now after she made her nice part is she's going to start braiding the hair with 3 strands. And so she's going to be crossing over hair from side to middle, from root to end until she gets to the bottom. She's going to make a nice tight braid. And she's already started some of it for us down here, as you can see. We wanted her to give you sort of a live example of one of the things you can learn in our class. And this is really cool because this is something that can be worn for 2 to 6 weeks. And it's something that parents wouldn't have to do all the time. And if the kid is old enough and their hands are able to handle this technique, they could even do it to their younger siblings or themselves for that matter. And this is something that she learned in class. The technique she's using is the push technique. So she's pushing the hair from the sides to the middle in order to make a nice braid. I'm going to try to see if I can get on the close up a little bit. Can you guys see that a little bit better?
Yeah, Kenny, that's great. These are skills for life.
Absolutely.
These are life skills. That's what's so exciting about it. And you know what I'm so in awe of, you're not just braiding hair, you're teaching, you can walk away with a skill again for life. In your video, I don't know if people saw it, when they talked about you braiding hair and taking that skill with you through elementary school, junior high, high school, and then to college, and then eventually a business. It's amazing. And Devin, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So that's one of the things that we learned also. And you're right. When I was in college, that's how I made money. When I was in high school, that's how I made money. I didn't realize that I was actually running a business when I was doing it. It was just something that I really love to do, which is one of the things that I, love to have the kids come in, because they leave with such confidence after they've accomplished this, after they've figured out how to do the latest something, that the parents can't afford to get their hair done in a certain way, or the kids just, feel better and more empowered that they're able to take their hair and turn it into something else, And I feel like right now with our youth also, I feel like soft skills are sort of missing. And I feel like when you come into our classes, we not only teach you how to do these sorts of things, but we also teach you how to look someone in the eye, how to ask questions if you need help, how to listen to your peers. There's just so many other things that you learn, like I did. I grew up as a child in family focus, and that's why this work is so important to me, because I had so many role models who spent so much time teaching me different things that I didn't realize I was going to use in the future. We had all those different classes, changes, self-awareness. I mean, just things to prepare you for the future. College is great. I did college. College is wonderful, but college doesn't teach you everything. Right. These other skills are the things that teach you how to get through life. And that's my segue into what I'm doing this summer. So we are participating in the Mayor Summer Youth Program. And I have another young lady here who is my helper from the Mayor Summer Youth Program, and her name is Tiana. So I'm going to introduce Tiana, and we're going to talk to Tiana about why she decided to apply at iKandi Hair Studio for her summer job.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Tiana. I'm in high school going ETHS, going in the 10th grade. And I wanted to work at Candy's shop because I'm always doing hair. I grew up with a sister, I'm always doing her hair. I do my cousin's hair. And I've seen some of Candy's work, and everyone in her shop does a very awesome job. So I'm happy I have the opportunity to work here this summer.
So Tiana's only been here a few days because the Mayor Summer Youth Program just started. So Tiana, maybe have you learned anything since you've been here? And if you have, can you just tell us one thing you've learned in those few days that you've been here with us?
One thing I've learned how to whip up a perm. I watched Candy whip up a perm yesterday.
And when she says perm, what she really means is relaxer.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the things that we also teach here, is how hair is a part of science, because you need chemistry. You need to be able to get the pH balance correct when you're doing a relaxer. You need to be able to neutralize the hair when you're doing a relaxer. You need to be able to know exactly what chemicals don't mix with other chemicals. And those are not only life skills, but those are scientific skills that you will learn. We learn the pH balance of hair, skin, nails. So as hairstylists, we're not just artists, we're also scientists.
I've learned how to start locks. I've observed a lot of that yesterday. What else? I've learned how to curl hair without using curling irons, by using flat irons.
So Miss Tiana has only been here a few days, and she has already picked up some skills that she can use not only in the hair industry, but like Ms. Kim said, in life as well. So we're really happy to be participating in that as well. And we're just hoping to expand and to do more teaching as the opportunities become available.
And you talked a little bit about it. You touched on confidence in hair. Tell us a little bit about where you think that mental health and hair and these soft skills you're talking about come together.
So I think it's twofold. I think one thing is that when somebody presents themselves well, I feel like if you're feeling good inside, it comes out. And I think that if your outward appearance is not sort of the way that you want it to be, that sometimes maybe you feel a little more drawn inside. And so I think it's important to teach kids how to take care of their hair themselves so that they can feel good about themselves. Of course, it's not all about looks, you know, but I do think that the way you feel inside and outside go hand in hand. And we have a saying, well, it's not our saying, it's from the Bible, that someone's hair is their crown and glory. And I believe that to be true. I mean, I definitely think that, you know, how you feel about yourself is reflected in what you present to the world. Like my hair is red because I'm a fiery person. So that's the way I like to portray myself.
Those bad hair days are a real thing.
They are.
They are a real thing, and they affect us. And I think people think, you're vain or whatever, but they do affect you. So I think if we can, and you're all going to have them every day, it's not going to be a cute day. But if there are ways that we can make, yourself feel better. I know that you were teaching kids how to tie scarves and how to do, other things when you can't get your hair done, so you can slick it back or pull it back.
Hair embellishments are a real big thing for us because anytime, you're having a day where you're just not feeling right and you just can't get it to do what you want it to do, you can always put on a shiny headband with a big rhinestone brooch and it will make you shine.
And keep it moving.
Absolutely.
And keep it moving. We appreciate you having the kids there today, Kandi, because we're all about the kids. Of course, our vision is to make sure that all of our youth and ensure their futures, by the age 23. So all these things that we're doing in the meantime help us reach our goal and vision. And we're so glad that you are a part of that. And iKandi, not only Hair Studio, but iKandi Academy is a part of that. And thank you for taking us on that journey. We will continue that journey, not next week. We'll be on hiatus. We're not doing the 4th, but we're going to be on a hiatus next week. And we're going to come back on the 10th. Please share this with your friends, your family. This is great community work you're doing, Kandi. I am so personally proud of you. Kandi does my hair too, but I am personally proud of you. And I am just really, really, proud and inspired to watch you grow. And I literally have watched you grow up and grow this business. Tell us about your business, how people can reach you, and a little bit of, because I don't know, people are just coming in now, about the video and what kinds of hair you do, because you're named off everything.
Okay, so we are iKandi Hair Studio. We are located at 1705 Central Street in Evanston. We are at iKandi Hair Studio on Facebook. Our website is ikandihairstudio.com, and iKandi is spelled like the pillow behind me, IKANDI. We are also Facebook. What did I say? Facebook. We have a website. Our phone number is area code 847-475-2634. And yes, we do everything. The only thing we don't do are jerry curls.
Your husband wanted to know, did you do service toupees? Golden is on the Facebook Live, wanted to know, did you service toupees? We have Miss Wedlow who's watching. Lisa, thank you for watching. Rebecca Angel, who's one of your fellow advocates. Not only is Kandi a grantee, but she is in training to be in the next group of advocates for action. We are excited about that group. That's a whole nother show. And for people who are interested in writing a grant and doing some community work that will impact your own community, we will be having those grants again in the fall. So we hope you have enjoyed it. Last thing, Kandi, if people are interested in the Academy, how does that work?
So if people are interested in the Academy, we post when we're having classes on Facebook. You can also go to our website, which is iKandiHairStudio.com, to request a private course if you'd like to. You can also email at kandicorbbins@yahoo.com or iKandiHairStudio@gmail.com to request a private course. We also do birthday parties. And so we can tailor it to however you want it to be done. We can do school events. We're available for whatever your needs are as far as kids and education. And next week, I just wanted to mention, next week I'm going to be talking about education, but not for children. We're going to be talking about for the older young adults.
I love it. I love it. It just keeps growing. It just keeps growing. If you missed the video, I'm going to see if Mr. Mann can play it as we go off the air so we can play it on the tail end, if that's possible, Mr. Mann. We hope everybody has a safe and happy Saturday. I know there's a Jubilee going on over at Fleetwood. If you can, get on over there. Whatever you do, be safe, and we'll see you here again next week. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kandi. Thank you, girls.
Have a good day, everyone.
At iKandi Hair Studio, as well as iKandi Academy. I'm a licensed cosmetologist as well as a licensed educator. How did I get started? How did I get started? How did I get started in the hair industry? So I'm actually third generation hairstylist. My grandfather was the owner of a barbershop for over 50 years in the same location, and my mom is the owner of a barbershop now. And I was like the neighborhood braider. It was just the thing that I did. I worked at a summer camp when I was a teenager, and I used to take the little girls home on Friday nights, and that would be my extra side money. I'd make an assembly line, and my sister would do the beads. So I'd lay the kids across the kitchen sink and shampoo them, braid their hair, and I'd pay my sister $5 to put the beads on for me.
So good. Can you hear me?
And I just loved it. It just became a part of me. And even when I went off to college, I continued to do hair. And I made sure that my schedule was empty on Fridays so that I could do hair. I opened up a hair salon in the lounge on Fridays. Did I want to be a hairstylist? No, it was just always something I did for fun or on the side, you know, with my friends and just trying to imitate the newest trends. And I always thought that I was going to be in business. As a matter of fact, I went to the University of Maryland and my major was international business. You know, I never dreamed that once I left the University of Maryland and I started working in corporate America, I realized it just wasn't for me. You know, I worked a couple of years and I enjoyed the traveling aspect of it, but other than that, I wasn't happy. And so I got a job at a salon, and I used to work at the salon on evenings and weekends. What does everyone want to know about iKandi Hair Studio? So here at iKandi Hair Studio, we specialize in natural hair, but we do everything. And we are small but mighty, and we service the Evanston and North Shore area of Chicagoland. We're mostly a family salon. We don't work on males as much, but if they have long hair or braids or locks, we definitely service them. A heavy portion of our clientele are children, and we also have a lot of children who are from blended and transracial adopted families. And that is how I sort of got into education, because we found ourselves having to help out a lot of parents who didn't have the same kind of hair as their children. And so that's how iKandi Academy was born. Your hair is your crown and glory. Your hair is your protection, and a lot of times the way you feel on the inside can reflect the way you feel on the outside. So if your hair looks good, then you feel good, then you can go out and put good vibes into the world. We believe that when we style hair or teach parents how to style their children's hair, it gives them confidence. We believe that it can give people strength. And so that's why we do our best to make sure that we can teach people what they need to do, as well as give them the best service possible. I hope to one day be not behind the chair as much. I hope to be teaching up-and-coming stylists. I hope to be teaching regular families how to take care of their children's hair. I love doing hair, and educating people makes me a better hairstylist. So the more knowledge I can give you, the better I am as a stylist. So I hope to one day be able to open a brick and mortar school where we can help people become licensed in cosmetology, in braiding and natural hair, as well as where people, lay people as we call them, who are not in the hair industry, can come in and just learn how to do maybe a style for an event, or maybe they just want to learn how to put their hair in a ponytail and make it nice and sleek. So we hope to be able to offer classes in a wide range and variety. What is one thing I wish people knew about me? I'm fabulous. I don't know what else there is to know. No, I'm just kidding. I wish people knew how much I love hair. Hair is a part of me. I honestly don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing hair. So I hope that people know how much I really love servicing them, teaching them, and sharing what I know about my love of hair. And about iKandi, I want people to know that we can service anyone. Sometimes people will walk by and they'll say, "Do you all do African American hair?" And we're like, "Absolutely." Or sometimes people will come in and say, can you do straight hair?" Absolutely, hair is hair. So I hope that people know that we can service anyone. We do haircuts, coloring, braiding, you name it, we do it.
I have children, small kids at that, and my grandfather, my mother, my family.
I work in restaurants. I felt like not only around my coworkers and keeping customers safe, I felt that was important.
To keep myself healthy and also part of a larger Evanston community, and to keep my friends, family, and neighbors safe.
I serve in a capacity in a company that specializes in early childhood and early Head Start, and a lot of the children around educators. So I am taking this shot for them.
I am a part-time caretaker of my 84-year-old mother, who is obviously in the category of most vulnerable. And I also have younger children. Also have a wife that I care deeply about.
I want to keep everyone safe, as well as myself.
Not only myself, but my family, my wife, my children, and my congregation.
I thought it would be a good opportunity to keep others safe, as well as my family.
In order to be safe and to maintain safety for the people I care about, I needed to get the shot.
I think it's important for all of us to kind of take care of each other as well as ourselves.
It's important to our community, it's important to our family, it's important to the world.
To do my part for us to get past this pandemic as a community.
I was skeptical about it at first. Yes, I was one of the ones that created this as a joke when this first came out. But then I started to see family, friends, people that I knew pass away from this horrible, horrible disease. Please, it is something real. Get it done.
It's important for people that are Black and brown to understand the importance of being vaccinated. It's important for you to know that being vaccinated means that you're showing your care and your love for your family members because you interface with them on such a regular basis, your neighbors, and of course, everybody else in the community. As a pastor of a church, I'm very excited about that because it also means that we will be able to reopen our doors for in-person worship.
I want to be a part of the solution to make sure that we are able to get back to a place where we can all come together and share and love on one another.
Listening to Evanston Cradle to Career on Radio La Difference Chicago. Please tune in again on July 10th at 10 a.m. for another show. Please stay tuned for your Saturday morning gem.